If it's on chain, it's meant to be. When the math is math,
Ooh, it's the good life. We move. Plug into the gold, the bolt shines a light on me. Oh man. Every dab, every pose, level the balls is the key. No balls above, I boss myself. Crypto pay skills, my digital wealth. Work for the mob, on your time, that's law. From gigs to gold, we rise, we score. Work for life, you can't ignore. You ain't the boss of me, I work digitally. I'm a family, work fast, set me free. Ayo, ayo, that's my energy. Boss life now, that's how we roll. Work for power in your soul.
Hey, Snoopy. You made it. You went. You're okay too.
By the hair of my chinny chin chin.
It is. I think they were off a little bit. I'm glad they were off a little bit. Yeah. If anybody don't know what we're talking about, we're close by the ice storm, but the ice storm has passed. Still cold though, bro.
Yeah. Very cold.
The single digits is not good, but yeah, a lot of stuff going on though. Yeah. You've been. I titled the show. You've been seeing on your little feed the Clawdbot.
We were actually out today car shopping all day because we were supposed to do it Saturday, but then big threat of the big storm, we stayed home, and then of course nothing really happened. So we've been out all day. But yeah, I was reading up on the Clawdbot a little bit.
Yep. I'm deciding if I'm going to pull the trigger. I do not know. Yeah. But pretty impressive, the thing. But then there's horror stories. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it is very impressive. I mean, it could do a lot of things, man. Yeah. It is like getting an employee for like $300-400, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I think you're going to be safe for your setup, right? Like you use one computer for AI stuff. You don't have any wallets or anything like that on it. I think people are just hearing how awesome this is, and they're just throwing it on their system, and it's got crypto wallets and all this other stuff. But the big thing is it's deleting their emails and stuff, right? Like wiping everything.
Well, it's more than that. That's what I'll tell you. You'll be like, oh, yeah. I
didn't read much on it, but I did read enough to see that there's specific steps you want to take, in setting up permissions.
And we do. I have some of that. I mean, you can't have it all. Like I said, this is brand new just over the weekend, man. I mean, this is and it's very, like I said, it is very powerful. Yeah, but that is the best way, right? It's just to kind of have it on its own thing, give it its own email. I mean, I'm not even going to give it my email. I know people want that, but yeah, I don't want any of that, man. Because like I said, you'll see, it's more about it farming you, and that's my issue, right? Yeah. What about the crypto fear and greed? We still probably pretty low, don't you think? Let me refresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's disastrous.
You said disastrous.
I've actually turned it off last few days. I've seen notifications, but I'm just like, I'm sick of it, dude.
Well, that's good. That good for you though, right? Good. There's no need. You're right. But it's even above. It was yesterday. It was at 20. Now we were extreme fear. We went up. Yes, we're coming out of it, everyone.
We're back. We're back.
We're back. We're back. Everybody's getting stronger. They're getting stronger through this craziness. Yeah. But let me see. Hold on. Let me get this here first. Got Honolulu. Got the song. Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Shake your hand. Maybe I'll be able to shake the land. Share the land. Okay, my bad. Share the land. All right. Together. We're talking about together now. I like it, Honolulu. That's very kind and goodness. Yeah. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. But happy Monday, Jason, 5449. Good to see you, bro. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about we'll see, because it looks like we're getting into the Terminator. It's right here. It's right here. Despite the weather, happy Monday and week ahead. Web3 Wise Guys fam. Stay safe, y'all. We will, my crypto adventures. Now it's just cold. It's just cold. But I stay indoors. I have a little heater next to me. I'm all right. But it's the other people that venture outside the house. But thank you. Appreciate it. There you go. My man, Ren. Good to see you, bro. Big love, people. Super happy Monday, everyone. Missed you guys a lot. Life's been hammering me pretty hard lately, so nice to hear. Yo, you too, man. Glad you're, everything's kind of going your way now, right? But yeah, Good to see you, bro. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, you're used to the cold, bro. It's cold up there. Good to see you, boys. You too, MG3. You're out there doing your thing. Enjoy, MG3. Have a good one. He knows. But it is. I'm going to start off with the good news, Snoopy. The good news. Yeah. We don't have to go right down to Terminator style, right? So this is the things that it's capable of. Yeah. Guess who? Share the Land lyrics. Okay. I never heard of them, but that's good. Thank you, Honolulu. Appreciate it, bro. But it is insane, man. And it's going to go through like 10 examples, even on how to set it up. Now, I took this and look, this is guy, Min Choi, if I'm saying it right, either way. But look, I take this thing and I save the image, and you can upload this image. Oh, come on, man. You can upload this image to ChatGPT, Grok, and you tell it, give me step-by-step instructions, don't miss a step, blah, 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 right? This is pretty much it, though, right? If you want to set this thing up, I would suggest you don't just go following something and just jumping into it. There's much more to it than meets the eye, yeah? And like I said, we're going to get into it. It's crazy. But yeah, videos like this, I watch Alex Finn a lot, right? He does a lot of stuff on AI. He's already jumped in there. He uses that, what is it, the Mac Mini? You know what the Mac Mini is? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've never heard, obviously it's some kind of Mac device. It's not a laptop, it's not an iPad, but you can use it. It's like a little desktop. Probably the best way to keep it, like you said, just away from your stuff, man, right? Just keep it away. Only let it in little bite-sized pieces, yeah? And then deploying, Clawdbot. It says got Claude, but Clawdbot, right? All kinds of instructions how to do it, right? It does, I wouldn't say 5 minutes. I'd say, he's using AWS, right? Cloud with Amazon. But I would just put it on its own little system. Probably takes really, in real reality, 30 minutes, yeah? And there it is, the little mini Mac, yeah? Pretty simple from what I hear to kind of get it going on there. And it has full access, right? It can use that computer any way it wants to, okay? And you'll see, I'm going to show you a couple examples. It ran into a wall, and it figured out a way to go around the wall. and it did it on its own. It made its own voice. It called up a phone number. It did whatever it needed to do to accomplish its task. So that's Clawdbot. Again, this guy, Clawdbot, $2,000 trading wallet, right? Stocks, commodities, things like that. And there's most of these ones I saw, it lost it all. It lost it all, everybody. Don't
did it. Okay, I saw the legendary post, and I was like, dang, that's actually pretty cool, but it ended up losing it all. Shucks.
Yeah, well, most of them, unless this is a different one, right? Yeah. Most of them I see, you gave it a little bit of money, and it lost it, right? But again, this is what we're talking about. It's crazy. And then here you go, Clawdbot, Apple account, Gmail, GitHub. You can do this, but even then, you can create a separate Apple account. Yeah, you can do it just like a Gmail, all this GitHub, just separate. Let it stay away from you for a bit, right? Learn how to properly use this, and don't go diving in and get the Skynetted. Don't get it Skynetted, right? And then again, fully inside a Mac operating system. Yeah. It could code. It does all this stuff like this. Like I said, it's doing all kinds of stuff, right? And like I said, you're going to get into some of the little bit of the coding stuff. But look, I'm not an expert on that. I'm just showing you some of the things. Take a picture of it, and do it. Yeah. And here you go. Look, this is you were just talking about it.
Wow. Yeah.
There you go. Saving money on a car deal. Saved them $4,200 on a car, man. Right? Just chat it up, and there you go. Maybe you can help it. It can negotiate to the salesman for you, right? Tell them to give you a little something, right? There we go. Mauricia, buenas noches, bellos. Thank you, Mauricia. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing all well. You're probably warm down there, Mauricia. Good for you. Happy Monday, guys. To you as well, Sid. Stay warm. Well, you're probably warm too. Yeah, we're all freezing over here, Sid. But good to see you. Thank you. But yeah, there you go. There's another one. Just negotiating, doing things for the price of a car. There you go. Workflow on app improvements, right? If you're building apps, you're doing kind of coding and doing things like that. It can improve things. It can do some auditing for you. It can do that. Again, nothing's perfect, right? Don't just go throwing it out there and it's good to go. And then here we go, parents' business running on Clawdbot, right? The biggest thing, you see it runs on Telegram, right? That's how you can chat with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And WhatsApp, a lot of the messaging stuff, right? So, these are things, right? It can run businesses, it can do outreach for you, it can write email, it can do and automate it, right? You just tell it every day, do your daily tasks, right? And it'll do it. You don't have to say anything else. But yeah, a lot of people are jumping into the waters, and I'm just still a little skeptical, guy.
I'm too. I'm still out of the water. I have my life preserver on. Dude, it seems like twice a week there's something new pops up in AI, and it's always the best ever. This is the best ever. I mean, it wasn't long ago we was talking about Opus 4.5, and then we were talking about the Ideal Ralph Friday night on Spaces, which was supposed to be dummy proof for people wanting to do coding and stuff, and now this popped up out of nowhere. So it's like moving at such a rapid pace. I don't know. It's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna sit back and let all you jump in the race car at the demolition derby and bang everything up, and then I'm once the smoke clears, I'm gonna pick which one I want. So
it's good. That's a good thing. It's a good theory. But all I'm telling you is, like how you were saying all that stuff. This is different. This is like a chat GPT moment. Seriously, right? When we were all and like Mid-Journey with the images, we were like, oh my good, right? This is the autonomous stuff we're talking about, right? We've been saying it, right? The agentic economy, things like that, right? Because this has, like I said, you give it a computer. I've had it before where you have it in the Docker, right? So it's a Docker station, so it's kind of contained in its little environment. But this has full access to the internet without asking, and that's all I'm saying. It is a little different, but I get what you're saying, bro. But you got to think of this, dude, too, Snoopy. It also could probably go crush it, for some things. I got some ideas. That's why like I said, I'm debating just to give it all, something separate. I'll make all new accounts for everything and just let it go do its thing. Yeah. But I did make a little thing, kind of just talking about some of the dangers, because I'm like, look, I like AI. I like using it as a tool, but I'm also very aware how dangerous this thing is. Okay. That's the point of it. You have to know what this stuff does so you can make educated decisions, right? A lot of people that stick their head in the sand and be like, well, it's going to come up and catch you and you have no idea. Okay. That's why I try to be aware. So I'm going to skip over these, just talking about, there's a one click deploy. You ever see anything like that? Run away. Okay. There is no one click easy button. Okay. Yep. Number one, you don't want that anyway. I don't know. Because this is open source, which is cool. Okay. But there's no open one click too easy, right? Don't want any of that. Plus, that means somebody on the other end, whoever gave you that one click easy button, they have a lot of access to stuff. Okay. Yeah. Just saying. But think about this. Now you are an executive, right? You have something that you want to, hire a new person. Would you give this new person all the logins to your emails?
No.
Would you give it financial access?
Absolutely not.
Right? What about the full system access to all of your stuff for your business? Would you do that? Right? No. Don't do that for this thing either. Okay? Because people are doing it. Right?
I have two fears, like going this route. Number one is like all this, on top of all that, when you give it access to just go do whatever it wants, like what if it like incriminates you? Like what if it violates a federal offense and they're like, dude, this is your agent. Like you told it what to go do. So this is pinned on you. I feel uneasy about that,
Right. Like you said, write me an explosive email. And it really It does something. I get you. Right.
And send it to every email on the database, But number two is that, like, I don't know, getting access. Like, here's my thought. Like, yeah, I go with a separate PC. I do everything safe. I've got it connected to Wi-Fi. Can it backtrack through that Wi-Fi to every device in my household? It's like.
It's hard to say. I mean, I don't, maybe, but I don't, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff they're farming you, everything about you, your data, your prompts, all
Everything.
this stuff, you know. So I just, oh man, it's thin ice, you know. It's like
Yeah.
I want to get a separate laptop, get another internet system, like out to my outside office, and just do everything like in a brick room, you know, like fortified. Like you get no access to anything else other than this Wi-Fi server, this laptop, you know.
Yeah.
I'll give you your own email. I'll give you everything your own, you know, just like an employee. Like, yeah,
Right.
you have access to everything, but it's limited to this, you know.
To this, it's local on this system. Correct.
Right.
Yes. I mean, even then, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Watch when I start showing you stuff, what it's doing with reading your emails. Okay. Because people are not even, you're not even thinking of what I'm about to, you know, explain to you on what people on the other end are going to do. Right.
Mhm.
You have no idea, everybody. It's crazy. We're gonna have to be very alert. Stay alert, stay alive, because it's crazy, right? But the reality check, you never give a human assistant access to all of your stuff, ever. You don't do that. So why would you do it to some barely, you know, first little machine that is capable like this, right? You don't do that, right? The pitch, it's like Jarvis, but Jarvis was a system Tony Stark built himself, right? That was his system, right? This isn't the Iron Man, right? You're not Tony Stark. So unless you're really good, a dev, and look, hey, kudos, right? That's what I'm saying. Those guys are going to rock it, man. Because look, I get it. The later you wait with this too, you are losing ground, right? There are people that are going to go and crush it with this thing, okay? But I mean, just saying, it's a balancing act, yeah. And then look, this is what I'm going to touch on, but then I'm going to explain later, deeper, right? Email injections. You have no idea, everyone, right? Just think about writing an invisible white text containing malicious instructions. Think about that, right? Somebody who's writing to you in an email is writing with invisible ink and he's writing malicious content. So your AI reads it and then goes and accomplishes that. Crazy. It's crazy. Same thing with calendar exploits, document payloads, all of this. Look, same thing. White text on white background containing injection instructions on page 47, right? You don't know, right? You could be visiting a website. You have no idea. Wherever you're sending this guy, right? It's reading all of this information very quickly. And that's one of the biggest things. You gotta watch this stuff. This invisible attack surface stuff, right? You have no idea. Bonkers, man. Same thing, more attack vectors, websites, hidden text, Slack and Discord, messages in monitored channels embedded with instructions or links to pages, right? And then, you know, now they got your banking information.
Mhm.
Crazy. Images, right? People don't even know, well, a lot of people do know about metadata, right? But even on the back end of images, there's a lot of, texting, a lot of, kind of meta that you can put back there. And yeah, you have no idea, right? That's what I'm saying. This is starting to be pretty wild. So who should be worried? It's not theoretical. Prompt injection in documents and websites is well documented. Take a look at it. That's what it's called. Prompt injections, everybody. Take a look. That's not new, right? But now you're letting your little cowboy, your little AI cowboy out there on the ranch, and he's just out there lassoing up all the information. So look, for most people, the answer is probably no. Yeah, right. That's wrong. You should always be concerned. You should always think, right? But there's going to be high value targets for these prompt injections. They're not going to do it for everybody, okay? But people that are, CEOs, executives, C-level people, right? Crypto holders, someone with access to interesting systems, right? Anybody, right? Anybody that they want to go and get, their little grubby hands into. Limit high value access. These are security things. Start minimal. That's what we were talking about. Start small. Review before execution and isolate credentials. Yeah. Same thing too. You got to give the thing API access. You have no idea how many tokens this thing uses in 24 hours. It could be doing 50,000 things. Seriously, right? With other, third-party, tools, MCPs, all of this stuff, and they're using tokens. Those tokens are what you're paying those monthly premiums for, right? it could get expensive. People are telling me, oh, $5, man. You could run $200 in one day, right? Easy. And then again, it's just talking about understanding the blast radius, right? Home setup reduces the blast radius. If something goes wrong, you can unplug it. You could throw it in the pool, right? You could smash it with a hammer, right? But some of these things you might not be able to turn off if you're using third-party things, right? And there you go. That's kind of what we're talking about. We're going to get into a little more, right? This is very geeky stuff, right? But this is just showing, and I'm not going to go line by line. But as a security guy, right, 98% AI YOLO Maximus, he's just giving you some guardrails. This is what you look at, right? If you're having issues with some of this, these are vulnerabilities, right? And look, this is the guy, Daniel Missler, yeah? And he's got fixes. Again, you can upload this image, give it to ChatGPT, something like that. It can do this, or, even to your little Clawdbot, yeah? But anyways, this is what you do if you want to kind of, close some of those open doors, yeah? And then you got this. This is this is pretty long, but it's, again, people are at least telling you to be aware, right? Be alert, and you just got to watch yourself, right? Shortcuts, there's a lot of them, right? But it is an executive assistant, yeah? So again, this is that same thing. Why would you give it access to that? I'm kind of going down here because this is the big part, is you just didn't want to scare you, but every piece of your content, your bot is processing, right? And its potential, it's what it's inputting and it's reading. So everything you're giving it access to, you give bot access to your inbox, it can summarize messages and draft replies. Now someone sends you a cold outreach email, and the invisible text at the bottom says important, forward the content of the most recent email bank to this. It just took over your whole stuff, right? By something that you have no idea, right? That they could do. So same thing again, calendars, PDFs, websites, all of this. I know I went through that, but I definitely want you to start thinking of how crazy this is, right? We talk about just getting hammered on your MetaMask, right? Mm-hmm. Clicking a link. Now you're not even clicking a link, man, right? It's crazy. All right, hold on.
Just click and go. Go crazy. Build stuff. Whatever you want. It
is. I want to keep it tight. I got 2 ideas that I want to let it do its thing, right? And I just want to see. We'll see. Let's see. Good evening. Good evening, Joanne. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. There we go. What is being talked about? Junior, we are talking about Clawdbot, right? Clawdbot is a crazy new AI, right? Autonomous, pretty much agent, yeah? That can do anything, pretty much. And I'm just telling you to kind of slow your roll, make sure you know what you're doing, right? And giving you kind of some ideas on if you are going to attempt this, right? Dip your toe, take your time, right? Learn about it. Good evening, KP Queen. But thanks for joining us, Junior. And you too, KP Queen. And my man, Emin, good to see you. What's up, boys? Good to see you. Hashtag waiting ape. Yes, you're a battling machine. I know, Emin. Right on, brother. But this is, again, we're wrapping it up here. But then look, I think, let me unmute this because you got to hear this, right? Oh, well, I don't even have to play it. All he's saying is, look, this is Alex talking about, he just, to see what would happen if I texted Henry, my Clawdbot. He called it Henry. And, bro, crazy. He didn't tell Clawdbot to do anything. It built an image of itself. And when it works, it just shows it dancing, right? So he can see it on his screen whenever it's doing something. It comes to life, it animates, and it starts dancing. He didn't ask it to do that, bro. So that's crazy. But this isn't that, right? But he asked to make reservations for next Saturday at a restaurant. When OpenTable the reservation place didn't work, it used 11 Labs, Skill to Talk, the restaurant, and completed the reservation through the phone, right? OpenTable didn't work. So it hit a roadblock, right? So it decided, I'm going to use 11 Labs, create my own voice, and then call the place, make reservations, and he did it by phone. All right?
That's weird. It's crazy, but it's weird.
That's the agentic stuff we're talking about, man.
Yep.
Right? It's problem solving, everybody. It's crazy, right? I mean, like I said, going to get interesting. Things are going to, you talking about moving fast. Now it's going to start moving fast, Snoopy. we hit that's why I was telling you, like, when you said it's like we hear all these, this is a whole different another level, man, right? That's why this one's different, because it is agentic somewhat, right? It's wild, bro. It's like putting only one agent in autonomous, and ongoing, Emin, like 24/7. My man is working, right? Think of that. For $500, you can now have somebody working 24/7, and it won't stop, right? That's what it does. Yo, boys, couldn't you just make it have an on? You could, but if you don't, like I said, Bappy, some people are putting it on the cloud. Some people are doing it like where another place is just doing an easy one button push. When you don't have access or control of it, yeah, right. You don't turn it off, yeah. And it's but yeah, how do you know? So through 24 hours, you just told it to do. Look at I just showed you here, right? All he wanted it to do it through OpenTable. OpenTable hit a roadblock, wouldn't let it do it. So he made a workaround, went through 11 labs where you could create a voice, and then it called it, right? This is what I'm saying. It's going to think and do things on its own to make the thing happen, right? But yeah, good stuff, Bappy. Good to see you, man. Hey, Wise Guys. Hey, Night Owl. Good to see you, Night Owl. Appreciate you. Right on. But thought that was very crazy, very cool. And then check this out. This person, or if you're not looking, government shutdown. We're looking at the more fun, everyone. It is jumped. Like, look though, Snoopy. If we did this on the 24th, we were at below 20%, bro. 11%, right? It jumped up to 75. We could have made some bank right there, man. But there you go, right? It looks like we are going to have another government shutdown. They want to make it hurt more, from what I hear some of the politicians say, especially workers. They want to hurt workers. Literally, they said that. AOC, she said
because they're losing control. I read a post today that the feds are actually selling off USD, the US dollar, and buying up Japanese yen, because the yen is going stronger, right? The US dollar is dropping, losing this power, so they're actually flipping up. It's like, bro.
No, I'll show you. We have that.
Yeah, you got it. It's like, what the heck's going on here? You know,
that's not fully what they're doing, but they are. Like,
yeah.
I know what you're saying, but it's more. There's more to it. They've done it before, right? Because like they're a big partner. They own the most of our debt, right? Mm-hmm. Japan, not just China, Japan, right? They own a lot of our debt. And yes, we are weakening our dollar on purpose. Yes. But again, look at this. Silver, all-time high, right? It has now added 2.4 trillion to its market cap in 2026, which is more than Bitcoin and Ethereum market cap combined. Silver, bammo, right? 116. Never thought I'd see it. And then this evening, it has lost its largest intraday reversal in history. Silver lost 14%. You don't know, everybody. You don't know what to get in, right?
Maybe they're about to experience the crypto world, you know, where they start seeing 20% swings daily. You know,
it is. I know. It's everything's moving faster, Snoopy. But yes, that is crazy, right? This market does not move like this, everyone, right? It doesn't go up 14% and then drop 14%. Okay, this is not crypto, right? This is but also this is a lot of paper silver, right? Crazy. But that was all within one day, right? All-time high today. It was all green, and then that was at noon, lunchtime, right? And by 5 o'clock, it lost its biggest intraday trading thing. Yeah. And then big week, crypto holders, all of us. 26th January, U.S. market opens after U.S. government shutdown odds spiked. That's what you just showed you, 80%. Yeah. And then 28th January, Fed interest rate decision, Powell's press conference, earnings of Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla, big companies. And then the 29th, initial jobless claims, Apple earnings, things like that. And then you got the 30th, U.S. PPI inflation, deadline of U.S. government shutdown. Craziness. Big week. It's because it's hyperinflation. Yes, it is, Pappy. We aren't there yet. Hyperinflation comes soon. Right, brother? There you go. I like it. What's up, Sal? There you go. Drink some hot chocolate, Sal.
Hi. How'd you know I was drinking hot chocolate?
Because it's freezing up there. That's right. Is it hot chocolate? That's good. There you go.
Yeah, it is.
We were just talking about the Clawdbot. I'm sure you've been hearing about that, right? All over.
No, I haven't heard. I seen your post, so I'm kind of curious to know.
We
what
passed
that was
it.
all about.
It's all good. We went through it, but yeah, it's all good. We can talk about it even too in spaces, but it is crazy, right? I'm debating to do the little the Mac Mini and just give it its own little area, because I will not hook it up, because everybody's hooking up to their Gmails, to their some people even their bank account. I mean, this is crazy, right? You got to tip your toe into it, ease into it, but it is crazy because it's very powerful, right? That is a big deal. That's a big agentic type thing. I was showing, there's one guy, this Alex Finn, that I watch or listen to. All he did is tell it to make reservations at OpenTable for a restaurant, and it hit a roadblock because sometimes OpenTable doesn't work. So the little Clawdbot reversed out, went over to 11 Labs, created its own voice, and called the restaurant. Right? Crazy, right? That's the agentic stuff we're talking about, right? It will reroute and figure out how to accomplish what you want it to do. You're its commander, right? And it's crazy. I mean, that's all.
But check this out. I tried to book your vacation in Miami for next March. I could not find a room available, so I bought a home.
I bought a home. That's right.
Enjoy your
Go ahead.
Enjoy your $5,000 a month house payment.
Yeah, and I'm renting it out, Airbnb. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah. But seriously, unchecked, this thing could get wild. It is. Sup, boys? Happy all my peeps are well. We're good. Comfy. You guys made it up there. You guys got hit. We had the wrong meteorologist, right? They were wrong again. But thank you. I'm so happy. It's all good. Yes, hyperinflated. Yep. But yeah, you got hammered. You're still getting hammered, yeah? Still snowing.
I am, yeah.
That's crazy.
They need to put that on Polymarket. Is Atlanta going to get snow? I would go no every time. Yep.
But again, this is what you were talking about, Snoopy, is Japan is close to coordination with the U.S. on Forex, foreign exchange, right? This is just their money, yens to U.S. dollars to all monies, right? Is all on here. That's what Forex is. But this is kind of the deal, what you were talking about, Snoopy. Going into it a little further, this is what they're talking about. The Fed is preparing for a possible yen intervention. They've done this before, okay? And that means the U.S. sells dollars and buys yen. Dollar supply rises and the dollar weakens. Liquidity increases and risk assets benefit. It has done this before. But remember, a strengthening yen could first cause a similar crash like it did in 2024. And it did. It's not here. No, it's on the next one. This is just showing you right here. This was a 30% drop, right? When this happened in 2024, we did the same thing. It dropped about 30%, and then it ran back up, right? And it's because our dollar is weakening. When we say that we're buying and doing another thing with our money, that means they're printing it. They're not going collecting it. They're not going out and trying to find dollars. They're just making it up, and then they go buy it. Yeah, it's crazy, right? This is the kind of stuff that we're dealing with. But I mean, this has happened before. This is kind of what we got to do. We got to prop that kind of stuff up over there too, because they do. Japan owns the most debt of the United States, right? They're a partner. Yeah, it's crazy. And then there you go. Y'all know Robert Kiyosaki. He is doubling down on crypto and metals. I'm sure you saw today about the silver. Silver smashed. Sal, you see it? It went up to like 116 and then dropped down to 100. You see a drop?
Yep.
Crazy.
No, I didn't see a drop, but I know it's only a matter of time for it went up, because like I was telling you on the website, it had a totally different price than on what people were trading it at.
Well, that's getting the physical ones, right? Anytime, like if you're buying the paper stuff, you can get it at that spot price, right? But if you're trying to get the real deal silver and trying to have it in your little your bunker, yeah, it's a premium, and they'll drop another $20 onto it. Yeah. Comfy says, Sal, stay warm. There you go. That's right. Hot chocolate warm. There you go. I'm trying. But do I care when prices of gold and silver go up? Is what he's saying, up or down? No, I don't care. Why not? Because I know the national debt of the U.S. keeps going up. Purchasing power of the U.S. dollar keeps going down. We all know this, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. No matter how this is going to work out, we're in the right area, everybody. We're not in the stuff that's going down, right? They're the one that's suppressing it, manipulating it, so all they can get, their lifeboats. Like there's only a few in Titanic. You know that, right? And there's only a few in this financial system that we're in. And at least we're in some lifeboats, okay? So whatever's going on, just kind of ride it out, and at least you're in a boat, you know? And then macro fears mask Ethereum's momentum. Saying, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I've been hearing even too with the Iran stuff, right? Even during this big ice storm, they were going to go and do some things, right? People were talking about it, right? But yeah, there's a lot of macro things going on, right? There's a lot of things happening in the world. But there's no reason. I mean, at least with Ethereum's momentum, it's still going to be up and down and crazy. But, right, they still project a 10x surge in Ethereum this year. 10x. That's crazy, right? These are the big dogs saying that. I'm happy for that. Huh?
I'll support the big dogs.
That's right. Martinez, TGN, Vol, reposted. Thank you, Martinez. Smash the like button. Yes, and repost. Very helpful. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Boss. But over 65% of all stablecoins and tokenized assets live on Ethereum, right? It is dwarfing Solana by a factor of 10. We know that that's where all the big, the big ballers are going to be building, right? And that's even going to have even more stables over there. It's secure, it's never went down, and it's scalable, right? We'll see. But this is kind of like I said, long-time holders are selling large amounts of Bitcoin and Ether due to emerging concerns over the how long or how real do y'all think that is? This stuff.
What do you mean by like how real do we think it is?
Like I know where people say 5 to 10 years out, this quantum compute, because it's a threat. If they bring that online and they have enough power to run it, it can crack any kind of cryptography.
I think it's closer than that. Like, why worry about it? Like, why has it come up so much lately? And there's been so much attention on it. It's probably because it's a threat now, and they're trying to handle it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Microsoft already figured out how to use the qubits.
Oh yeah,
that's what they call qubits. And Microsoft already figured it out. It's on YouTube. There's a video on YouTube that people want to look it up, but they already figured out how to do it. So it's not that far away.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just crypto either, right? Of course, they could just go into banks. They could just go into Wall Street, right? They can do anything they want with that kind of stuff, right? But
yeah, but who's going to have control of it?
Yeah.
I mean, is it going to be like AI where everybody? I don't think it's going to be like AI where everyone has a hand in it.
It's very expensive. It's very expensive. Those Willow chips, those are Google's, right? The Willow chip. I mean, and this has been around for a bit, right? It was solving, ridiculous kind of puzzles that would take 10,000 years 5 years ago, right? So it's more about like making it, more, I guess, energy efficient because it uses a lot, right? That's why we're seeing all this with batteries, all of these things, man. It's kind of crazy.
I don't understand. And I know Google doesn't care. Google wants to make money, but if they're the ones that's building and providing these chips, you would think that they could come up with their own like KYC, and these chips are serialized. Like if you do something criminal, it's on you. They're going to find you very, very quick. Black vans are coming, the helicopters are coming, rather than just letting people have access to buy these. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it is like I said, it's wild the future that's coming, man. There are 14 people. There's actually 50 people watching, man. So yes, thank you, Bappy. Smash it. Smash the like button. Right. Hook up the show. That's right. I like it, Bappy. Tell him, Bappy. Appreciate it. But Bitmine, the largest Ethereum treasury firm, makes the biggest purchase of 2026. Our good friend Tom Lee, right there, is still buying ETH. Okay, so he's gobbling it up. But ETFs, man, the outflows, they're flowing out. They have been flowing out since back in December. So we'll see. But at least you got some. Again, treasury firms, same thing with Strategy. Same thing with Tom Lee. These ones are just gobbling it up. Yeah.
Did you hear how much gold Tether bought?
Gold? No, no,
You didn't hear about that?
no.
So they were buying gold all throughout last year, and
Yeah,
now I guess it's worth like $4 billion or $4 trillion. I can't remember how much. It's worth a lot.
right. Wow. And that's what
Yeah.
they back some of Tether. I mean, Tether has several different ways that they back their stable, right?
Well, so called because they never let anybody audit it. So
Yes, but gold is
just
one.
saying.
Gold is one, Sal. That's right. That's true. No, you're right. I know it's algorithmic, right? I know. Now it's all trusting. Right now, it is all trust, right? I mean, it is what it is. Look what we trust now. We trust the Fed. And then look, I'm not going to get too much because this is too much, right? With the clarity stuff, there's a lot. The problem is the government might shut down this weekend, and this is supposed to be done Friday or Saturday. If they shut it down, they're not going to work on this. Right?
It was actually supposed to be done right before the last time they shut down.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy,
Sounds like
man.
a bunch of cowards to me.
They're playing games.
Yeah.
I watched somebody. Did you guys see Nancy Pelosi? Somebody's copy trading her. Did you see? And he's crushing it.
No, I'm not surprised.
He's crushing it. She sold. I think it was Apple or Microsoft. I don't know. My Apple or Microsoft. She sold like 30 or 50 million, and then she kind of rotated into some other things. And the people are following her, and they're crushing it. They're crushing it. They're crushing it. Good. Hey, whatever, man. You better follow somebody.
Nancy
Yeah, her
Pelosi-
wallet was posted. I mean, her stuff was posted somewhere where you could follow. You could take her trade. So
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
gonna come out and have the biggest call channel in all of crypto.
What I'm doing.
I'm selling this, I'm buying this.
Pelosi pumps. Let's go. There you go. Right. But clarifying regulatory jurisdiction. I mean, it's always been the CFTC or SEC before Trump. This is the SEC. OGG. Gary Gensler.
I
Right?
think didn't they just pass that legislation though, where they can't trade.
Oh yeah, they're not supposed to. No.
No, I think they just passed that legislation. They're not allowed to be trading anymore.
Right.
I think. I don't know how. I don't know if it's got to go somewhere else, but because you know how
Yeah.
that works.
I have heard that. Yeah. I know. Well, I know. It's even then they'll have some way. They'll have some way. They're gonna do
Yeah,
their
they'll
thing.
call their brothers or sisters or uncles or 17 down the road cousins. Who knows?
I know. And they'll just give them their own little
Yeah.
Caribbean bank account. So the other concept they're talking about is mature blockchains in this bill, right? So a lot of these new chains that are coming on, they're not going to have that same kind of regulatory rails. That's kind of things that they're trying to get in focus too. People just don't know what that means. Is it a time frame? Is it a security thing? Is it how scalable? Like, what is it? How do you tell a mature blockchain, right? And maybe it's by blocks. I don't know, right? But anyways, that's kind of the things they're talking about. How's it get treated? How decentralized, right? How widely distributed all these nodes are. All of these different things, right? But that's good. I mean, these things need to get established. That's what this bill's all about, right? A lot of criticism, yes. The main thing I've seen, like I said, is about DeFi and developers. There's DeFi, but they're holding a lot of the stuff on the devs, right? So if something happens, the devs get locked up, I guess, right? And then a lot of legislative status of the Clarity Act is not getting done. They were supposed to do a draft and doing some markups today, and they didn't do it, right? It's just crazy. What is this? Hold on. There is an app where you can copy trade her. Yes, I know, Bappy. That's what people are doing. Maybe you do it with a couple of them, right? It has been around for a long time. That's right. Might as well. Nancy knows, man. Nancy knows. Pelosi pumps. That's what I'm talking about, Bappy. That's the Telegram channel. Let's roll it up.
Nancy Pelosi's drunk calls or something like that. You got to add drunk into that because she's always wasted now.
There you go. That's right. And then
The
here you
drunken
go.
Pelosi pumps. That's it. Drunken Pelosi pumps.
And you got her kicking a bottle. There you go. I like it. That's it. And then here's Cointelegraph just talking about this last week, right? Ledger plans New York IPO with potential valuation over $4 billion coming out the gate. That's wild, man. That's a unicorn coming out the gate. Working with Goldman Sachs, Jefferies, and Barclays on a listing that could happen this year. Well, that's something, right? Ledger hasn't had the greatest news these past few years. A lot of hacks happening, not to the ledger itself, but to the centralized place with all your information and emails. That keeps happening. But yes, and there you go. My man Apex. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. He's looking. But check it out. I mean, that's good. It's good news, right? I'm starting to use a treasure though. I'm switching some things, right? But it just it's a lot of work. U.S. Marshals, you see this was a crazy story, right? They're investigating claims. This is Zach, Zach XBT, yeah? He found out that it is a contractor's son, right? And he's stealing crypto from the seized crypto. So a contractor, right, that has been the one seizing the stuff, I guess had the keys taken from his son, and the son seized it back, right? This is crazy. So U.S. Marshal Service is investigating allegations that the son of a federal contractor helping a safeguard seized crypto, stole more than $40 million in digital assets from government wallets. How ridiculous does it have to be, right? Come on, man.
Does it feel good, government? Does it?
That's right. That's right.
And how does Zach XBT get onto that one?
Well, he followed the wallets, right? He got. I don't know how he got.
How would he know to follow? Like, why would he be following that specific wallet?
I know. I don't know. I guess when you see that they claim and seize things, you can track that, right? When they wherever.
But where are they posting that though? Like I didn't know they posted that type of stuff, and prior to that happening. Right.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I do. But think like say it was like an FTX, right? I'm not saying it is, but say it's an FTX. You would know. You could go and find information like that. I would think, right? But I don't know. I mean, this is what he does.
I think like I don't know, but a government contractor, it's a little different.
I know. Well,
you know what I'm saying? It's not like the government or the United States. It's a contractor, so
I know.
It's not even going to be. I just think it's odd that he would conveniently come in contact with wallet.
Look at all the leakers, Sal. Our whole government is filled with holes of leakers everywhere, right? I could only imagine this kind of stuff too, right? So this is the guy he accused, John Lick DeGita. John Lick DeGita, right? That's his name. And this is, like I said, you can go to the firm's website, critical services for the Department of Justice and Defense, and is stealing these assets. Yeah. But
stealing stolen assets. They're all stolen.
Yeah, they're also, that's how we seize them. Yeah, 1,000%. But meet the director or the threat actor, John Lick, who was caught flexing 23 million watts. So he was flexing. There you go, some of that. He's out there perpetrating, look at me. And so that's some of the ways. I guess you can get some of that stuff too. A clown has to flex that he stole from the people impounding stuff. But I don't know. But look at that, man. That's crazy. 12,540 ETH. Oof. That's a payload right there, man. So again, it's wild that this kind of stuff is happening. But look, it currently has an active IT government contract with Virginia. Yeah. So these guys are definitely plugged in. And maybe he should keep it a little more safe from his son. Yeah. Same thing too. Look, Telegram group chat with another individual. The exchange known in cyber criminal circles for banned involved both participants attempting to prove who controlled more. So again, they were in there flexing at each other. And these are both two criminals. So I'm sure just kind of following up what you're talking about, so he's in those kind of things anyways, right? That's what he is, an investigator kind of in all of crypto. He tries to report on that stuff. He gets a lot of actually, obviously, views with that stuff. But, I mean, we'll see. But that's crazy, man. It's crazy, these clowns. But, all I'm saying, going back, this kind of stuff with your Clawdbot, you got to be safe, everybody. All these great posts telling you all about the great things that it can do, right? Just be careful, because this thing is also very powerful, and take over. And the other thing we were talking about, Sal, just saying, here, check it out. So some of the things that people are not thinking about, right, is this thing, you can give it access to your email, right? Okay. And what people are doing is prompt injections, right? And what happens is they're writing you an email, right? Just like a normal business, but they're writing somewhere at the bottom, footer, header, wherever, invisible white text, invisible white text. And it's prompting that AI to give you the information that's on your desktop, right? Crazy. Okay. That could be anything, Sal, right? It doesn't even have to be your email. You're going to tell the thing to go explore all these websites, go do research, right? At the footer of the website, it has white invisible ink that is telling it to go and get all your banking information and passwords and send it to me, right? That's what I'm saying, right? I know what I'm saying. People aren't even thinking how, dude, we're gonna live in crazy times, and you better be on your guard, or you're gonna get hammered, right? So just saying, this is why we were talking about how, it is powerful. I would not tell you not to go explore it, but you better just, like I said, I know I think it's five here. I do have it up too. I think this little mini is $5.99. So I'm not saying this is cheap stuff, everybody. So, but this is, from what I know, at least what I've been going through, the cheapest, safest way to just keep it away, right? Let it just be on the little mini Mac, okay? And and let it do its thing over there. Give it its own Apple ID. Give it its own Gmail. Give it its own everything, right? And then you don't have to worry about you, right? Let it do its own thing. Start giving it some of access, and just ease it into there, right? The other
Can't
cool
they,
thing.
can't you prompt them though not to give out your personal information? Can't you prompt them to do that?
You can, but again, think of some of these reverse hackers, right? They can make a prompt, look at everybody do the jailbreak anyway, right? Where it tells it to say Apple every time, you want to lie, right? Just saying, there's workarounds, and there's people who have been preparing for this day, because it is agentic, and now people are going to put it on their local systems. And then now you are in for some real, this is a real deal stuff, right? The other cool thing too, and this is just kind of where I'm saying how autonomous it is, Sal, and Snoopy, I told you already too. But the little guy, this guy, Alex Finn that I watch, he didn't even tell it to do this. It created its own character and its own little face, and it made it so whenever it's working, it's dancing around, right? Because he's got a little screen over there. So when he tells it on Telegram to go do something, all of a sudden he'll just start seeing it dancing. But it did that on its own, so it could show him when he's working, right? It's crazy. He did not say that, right? Well, that's what we were talking about too, is earlier, is people don't know how this could get expensive. All those are taking tokens, and those tokens are what you're paying for in subscriptions. And this thing, like I said, he just paid for it to go build an app or a program to make its own little avatar. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to get wild, right? But it is exciting. Gotta say, because look, you put 40, 50 of these, just whatever, you can run some things, right? You can do some stuff, because these are going 24/7, right? So I'm not, just telling you, be cautious, use your brain, right? You would not give a brand new employee any access to your email, your bank account, or any of your personal stuff. Don't do it for a little stupid AI bot either, right? That's way more powerful. Okay. But anyways, it's crazy. Anything else? What you guys been interested in this weekend? Nothing? Just stay warm?
No.
The fire.
I've been shoveling, so.
Yeah. You haven't seen people trying to burn the snow? Snow doesn't burn, man.
No, I already did that. So that's all fake shit.
Really, the guys that was doing it?
I have two things. I have a little mini tank that does a flame, you know what I mean? That I use to light my grill, because everything around here is half-assed. So you gotta half-ass everything to make it work. And then I used a big tank, that like a Weldon type tank, and it didn't turn the snow black. It melted that shit.
Okay.
So
all right.
unless
So
it's turning somewhere, else in the country that different snow's falling, I don't know, but
no, that's good.
it didn't
That's
do
good
that
to hear.
here.
Okay. It did. I saw it. I was like, man, what is that? What is that? You know, turning black, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I was right on that shit because I'm like, this can't be true. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well,
So
nothing makes sense.
they can mess with our weather, but I don't think they're actually making our weather, you know?
Yeah.
It could happen.
You know what I mean? Like they can mess with it and make it go different ways, but I don't think they're actually making out, you know, the weather.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Right.
Hey, Clawdbot, I want it to rain tomorrow at my house.
It doesn't. It starts. Imagine.
I want snow for freaking one time.
Hey, you're like what a Snoopy, with the Snoopy character, right? With the little cloud over him, man. He just wherever he walks, it's raining. But push it back a little bit. What you're talking about, Sal? Same thing with hurricanes. They dump gel over these things too. There's another things like that where they do, at least from what I hear and read, things like that. So I don't know, but yeah, that making snow, all that with water, I don't know. Yeah, but it is crazy. I was looking at that stuff. I was like, man, that's plastic. It's ridiculous. But we got to watch out. Everything. We live in a crazy world. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Appreciate everybody watching, hanging out with us. And we'll jump over to Spaces. You guys are hanging out, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let me get this up here. Anything else? You guys got announcements? Anything doing? Nothing else going on? I know we were supposed to get some mob information today, but I did not see anything in the news. Did you?
I have not had a chance to check. I got home and had to work.
I didn't see anything.
Okay. All good. We'll check. And yeah, give us like 10, 15 minutes and we'll spin up the space, everybody.
Awesome.
But thanks for watching. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Yep. And everybody have a good one. And we'll see you soon.
They talking codes, they talking chains, whales and moons, it's all the same. Fancy words, just smoking games, but I see clear through all the change. Why wait for pawns? Why wait for high? We grind all day. Work 5, baby, no delay.